It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And here we are, start of a new season. So much drama coming out of the gate.
Drama for your mama.
Shaq, for the teams that are underperforming thus far, what can they do to try and right the ship?
Look, Ernie, it's early, so don't overreact. You can mix up the rotations a little bit. Don't be scared, Coach. Do what you got to do.
Well, first, you got to keep believing in yourselves. But I love these player-only meetings.
Oh, I'll bet you.
I did, man.
Really? You liked them?
Oh, because I used to – that's the only time I could really look in your face in front of the other 11 guys and tell you how I really feel about you.
Like, Akeem, you're killing us.
No, that never was said. It was more like, see, we should only give it to Akeem because he's the only one not killing us.
Oh.
Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they were too physical and a little bit out of position. They were rough out there, but ultimately the physicality led to fouls, and that hurt them.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. Which is experimenting here, Clark, early in the season, and they're trying to feel which rotations work and which ones don't.
Well, that's normal for coaches to tinker a little bit, especially when you've got new players and you're trying to put together a different team. So you tinker until you find what works for you, and then you look to stay with it. Ideally, you'd like to be set on your rotation probably no later than a fourth of the way through the season.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Thomas and Korver, the guard tandem. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Some changes here for the Bucks. John Henson comes in for Jabari Parker. And Tony Snell subbed in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Cavaliers, Jay Crowder's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for James. And Parsons subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. On the court for Cleveland, we've got Jefferson. EJ out there with Kyle Korver. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Crowder in at the 4 spot. And the foul called on DJ. That is his first foul of the game. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Antetokounmpo passes to Monroe. Inside, Crowder with the steal.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
Outside Jefferson. Kicks it to DJ. Launches it. Rebound by Monroe.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Makes it off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
Here is Korver after the made shot from Greg Monroe. Parsons for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Parsons got his first 3 points of the game. Well, one of the new faces on the roster this season is DJ, and for those of you who haven't followed his story, made the team after getting a training camp invitation, but he's fought his way, Greg, into some minutes now.
And to go one step even prior to the training camp invite, he got that invite by impressing in a street ball competition. Now, I know a lot of fans are hoping he can make it in the NBA just due to his long shot story. And this Cavs payroll last season, I mean, the highest in NBA history, with luxury tax penalties in the tens of millions. And we saw some friction as they looked to control salary, and LeBron pushed them to add more talent.
And the Bucks with some changes. Akers checked in for Henson. Chris Middleton comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Brogdon. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bucks lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebounding, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Kevin Love really has it.
Good effort out there, fellas. Real good effort. That was a good game. I like what I saw. Superstar.
Oh.
Good game, brothers. Real good.
It's a process.
Y'all keep it up.